Okay, I have started recording. Okay.
Okay, I'll share my slide and I hope you all can see my slide. So I
Yes.
just presented it the live option so you can go through the slides whenever you are.
Awesome.
So, hi everyone, and thanks for joining. I'm Gowtham Saravanan, expert, and today I'm going to present about Microsoft Dynamics 365 Business Center and its automation using AL and Playwright. So let's move on to the agenda of this presentation. Here, we'll be seeing the introduction of what is Business Central and why we should choose Business Central and what all the benefits that we get choosing Business Central as our ERP solution, followed by the services that's been provided by Business Central and what all the types of setups available. And based on our organization needs, what kind of setup is preferable and what are all the user types and what are all the licensing policies followed, everything we discussed. And how the application can be customized as per our needs, like how the development can be done and how the testing can be done for this Business Central application and what kind of testing strategies that we follow and how we are doing it and everything will be discussed. After that, whatever that we discussed, I will just give you a practical walkthrough of a Business Central application and the testing strategies. Okay. So we finally end up the session with a Q&A. So let's move on to the introduction. So Microsoft Dynamics 365 Business Central is like an all-in-one business management solution designed for small to medium-sized business that automates and streamlines business processes and helps you manage your business. So who should look for Business Central? Okay, so customers who are looking for an upgrade from their entry-level accounting software or legacy ERP system to one single comprehensive solution to manage finance, operations, sales, and customer service in all in one place, need to consider Dynamic 365 Business Central as their ERP solution. Okay, there are like many ERP solutions available out in the market, and there are some reasons why we should choose Business Central as our ERP solution. And the first reason is low cost of ownership. Okay, so coming to the cost, when you build a management solution for a company, the most important factor is the cost. And we need not to worry about that in Business Central as it is an Android software and you don't need a large upfront investment to get up and running as it is a subscription model. So you just pay like whenever you need the service of Business Central, you should need a service of Business Central. You will pay like subscription on like monthly or annual basis. And also this like we can benefit from this because there's like a very low infrastructure and IT cost and no upgrade or maintenance needs. And it also there's like a difference from on-premises and cloud. It's like two different types that we'll be discussing in the later part of the session. Okay, and the next thing is like ERP and CRM capabilities. A Business Central is an ERP solution. It's a complete ERP solution, but it also has capabilities to help you improve your customer experience by using CRM features that lets you track your customer interaction and getting insights, which will be useful in solidifying your relationship with the customer. Yeah. And the next thing is flexible and easy to scale. So Business Central is so much flexible as your data is easily accessible from anywhere. So you can run your business from anywhere, regardless of the location or device. Also, it is easily scalable as business needs expands. In case you are planning to take your business to the next level, Business Central can easily grow along with your business. And the main thing is like the next main thing is like seamless integration. Even though ERP services are available in the Business Central, sometimes there will be a need of some other services that needs to be integrated to make the flow smooth. And it is possible with Business Central as it seamlessly integrates with other Microsoft applications. So in our presentation itself, we are using a AL test tool. It's like used for running our automation scripts. It is like an extension that is available in a Microsoft app source. So while we need to run the automation test scripts, we need often some other extensions, right? So the real test tool is extension that's available from a Microsoft app source. We can just use that extension that integrate with our Business Central applications, and we can make use of it. So it is seamlessly integrates with other Microsoft applications. So the final factor is the most important factor is security and compliance. Business Central provides enterprise level security to ensure that your data is being backed up and stored securely. plus compliance. If you conduct business globally, Business Central let user adjust settings so the data is collected and stored in ways that comply with local laws. So this is the basic introduction of Business Central and the key reasons why you should choose Business Central. So let's move on to the next slide and see what all the services provided by uh, Business Central. So these are the major management services provided by the Business Centrals like project management, operation management, reporting and analytics, supply chain management, sales and service management, and financial management. Okay. So starting with the project management, Business Center provides functionalities that enable you to perform all the usual types of project management tasks, such as job configuration, resource planning. So those are common project management tasks. And same for if you come to financial management, uh, project management for financial management, it's like companies focus on planning, organizing, managing, and controlling the financial activities. So for both project management and for financial management, Business Central includes configuration of virtually all the common processes. Like every management has like some common set of processes. If you go for project management or operation management or supply chain, every management has like some common sets of configurations. Business Central includes the configuration of virtually all the common products provided in each and every management. Yeah. But this common process cannot be suitable for all the businesses. So it allows you to customize the configuration so that the solution fits the individual companies. Yeah, so these are the major services provided by the Business Central. And so next moving on to the setup Business Central application. Coming to setup, there are two types of setup available. First one is on-premises and second one is cloud. Each has its own advantage and you can choose which will be the best fit for your organization based on some factors. The first factor is like first the before introduction first important factor is like cost. Okay. So the cloud version of Business Central is licensed on a subscription model and you will pay on a monthly or annual basis. On-premise Business Central also has a subscription model, but in addition, it also has a perpetual license where you pay a one-time fee to own the software. Yeah. So and the next how setup is been done. So this is like cost is been done and how setup will be done. It's like setup cloud version is hosted on Microsoft Azure. So you do not need a hardware or IT team or any maintenance or anything. So everything will be taken care by Microsoft. But on premises will require hardware space, IT team and everything because it will be hosted on your own server. So all the data should be taken care by only the application services is provided by Microsoft. Like I said, and then the next factor is ownership. It's like data is in cloud application. Data is stored on Microsoft Azure servers, and you can access your business central through a web browser. Okay. On premises, data is stored on your local hardware. You don't need an internal connection, so you can directly access your data from your own servers. And coming to upgrades, in on cloud, all the upgrades are done by Microsoft. So it's like we don't need to pay any fee or we don't need to check for an upgrade or anything. It will be automatically done by Microsoft. But on premises, you need to consider whether you need an upgrade or not. And based on that, you have to pay a fee. And then the upgrade can be done by your own team or it can be done by Microsoft team. Okay, and the final thing is customization. So cloud version of Business Central is not that much customizable compared to on-premises because most customization are implemented through extensions only. So if you need to customize the application, you have to uh, develop an extension and you can publish this extension to Microsoft only. So, but in on-premises, you can directly publish an extension or also you can directly change the core objects. Okay, so these are the factors that we need to consider before choosing which will be the right fit for our organization, whether it's on-premises or cloud. So coming to the licensing part. So Business Central is a named user license application, which means the number of users use the application should be licensed user, and license must be equal to the number of users use Business Central on time. Looking into the aspects of Business Central licensing, it can be categorized into on-premise license and online license. So it's like, for as I've already explained, there's like two types of setup available: on-premise and online. It's the cloud version. So in on-premise license, there are two modes are available. First one is perpetual license, as I said, where you will be paying the upfront cost and all the software, and you will be paying 60% guarantee every year till the organization choose to opt the service of Business Central. And the second one is subscription model, where you'll be paying on monthly or annual basis. So on-premises contains both subscription model and perpetual license, but cloud contains only subscription model. And the user types, coming to the user types, like Business Central user can be segregated into two types. Like one is full user and second is additional user. So essential, as you guys see here, essential and premium license falls under full user, and team member license falls under additional user. So what is full user and additional user? Like full user are the user who requires use of feature-rich business application functionalities. So these are like sales people, customer service representatives, some high-level persons in the organization. These full users can be licensed with essentials or premium based on their own needs. So what is the difference between essential and premium? Is like, if you see here in this essential, there is like some management cover services available. So all this has been included in premium, but additionally two types of extra services available, that is service management and manufacturing. If your organization is in need of service management and manufacturing, they can opt to premium. If there is no need of that, then they can be opting the essential. So coming to team member doesn't involve in the high-level functionalities. They just complete light tasks like time or expense entry or HR record updates, or it's a simple task, but does not require full capabilities. So these kind of users can be licensed with the team member license. So these are the significant persons of users in our organization. So one of the most important point to be remembered about licensing is like cross licensing is not allowed. That's like both essential and premium license cannot be obtained. So for example, if your organization contains 20 members and only 2 members needs service of service management and manufacturing, then you cannot obtain 2 premium and 18 essential license. So it is not allowed actually. So if you are in need of a premium, all the licenses, if you need 20 license, all the 20 license needs to be premium. So cross licensing is not allowed. So as and I've already mentioned the pricing as of now. So for essential, there's like I've been charging $70 per user per month, and for premium they've been charging $100 per user per month, and for team member licensing they've been charging $8 per user. So this is all about the licensing. So moving on to the development. So, uh, Business Central provides an ERP solutions, like all the common process, all the management services processes have been provided by Business Central. Even though all the services are provided by Business Central, there will be like some requirement that needs to be fit our organization need, right? So the main part here is like customization. You can customize the application, you can develop the application, enhance the application as per your need. Okay, so that's why development is needed here in the Business Central. So Business Central application can be customized as per our business need, and it can be done through this uh, following phases like sandbox environment, downloading AL packages, development phase, publishing application, testing using AL tool, and deployment. So I will explain all the phases, what is to be done here. First phase is sandbox environment. So I'll just explain what is sandbox environment. As sandbox environment is like a mirror environment of a production environment, like creating QA, dev, and UAT environment where we can safely explore, learn, demo, develop, and test the services, okay, without the risk of affecting the production environment. Okay. So With Business Central and Essential and Premium licenses, we can create 3 sandbox environments free of charge. Okay. And so this is about sandbox. Moving on to the next phase is downloading AL packages. So I will just explain. AL is the I just mentioned AL packages. So what's AL? AL is the language used for development and testing of Business Central application. Here in this Business Central application, the base code is published as an app. So, and the customization, whenever you need an customization to the app, you have to develop an extension and that will be published as an app to that Business Central application. So we will be downloading the base application AL package from the sandbox environment using Visual Studio Code. Okay, so this is the downloading AL packages phase. And after once it's been downloaded, in development phase, we'll be extending the AL packages downloaded to customize the application. The base application contains tables, pages, and cards. Whenever we need to add a new table or change the functionality, we can do that by extending the table property and make the changes in that extension. For example, a particular page contains a set of fields, and you need to add a new field to that page. We can add the field in the page extension, and that's how application can be customized using AL packages. Okay, followed by development is publishing phase. Where will be publishing the customized application to the sandbox environment. Once the publishing is done, whatever customization that we have done, newly added field in the page and customized table will be reflected in the sandbox environment. Okay, once the application is published to the sandbox environment testing phase,
Gautam, we are unable to hear you. Gautam?
hello, you guys
Yeah.
able to
Yeah.
hear me? I think I was cut off.
Yeah. Now actually we are able to hear you, Gautam. Continue, please.
Yeah, okay. So here I've left in the testing phase, right? So
Correct.
there's no plan. So I'll just explain the testing phase. Okay, once the application is published to the sandbox environment, testing phase will be started. Okay, where we'll be testing whether the application is properly integrated with the application and the functionality is working as it's expected. So this is achieved using AL test tool, which I will give just before, right? So AL test tool, which is an extension available in the Microsoft App Stores. And using this tool, we can run the automation test scripts in the sandbox environment. And we will briefly see about AL test tool in the next slide. So the final phase of deployment is final phase of development is deployment. After testing is done, based on the result of the test execution, deployment is performed. If the test execution result is successful, then integration and functionality is working as expected. So the same changes will be deployed to the production environment as we all do the same process. Yeah. So yes, there is some issue with the development which will affect the business. So we'll again redo the development phase. And then once it is successful, we can deploy to the production phase. So this is how Business Central application can be customized as per our field. Okay, so the next thing is unit testing. So before diving into unit testing, I'll discuss about the testing strategy that we follow for testing of Business Central application. So here the application is tested in two ways. One is unit testing using AL test tool, and other is UI testing using Playwright. 80% of test cases covered through unit testing and 20% of test cases covered through UI testing. All the business functionalities is covered through unit testing, and it's more effective as it is directly tested on the actual functionality of the application, which makes the execution faster and also helps to find the issue at the early stage. And only the user-related scenarios and high-level business functionalities are covered through UI testing. Okay. Coming to unit testing using AL test tool, it contains 4 things. In both development and testing, we should download AL packages, and the difference is we'll be downloading AL package in the base AL package, only the base application will be downloaded. Okay. But here in this testing phase, along with the base application, what are all the features that as I already said? If you are developing a feature for the application, you have to develop it as an extension and publish it as an app, right? So that app also should be downloaded along with the base application. So in case if you want to develop a test case for that particular feature that developer published, you along with the base application, you also need to download that development app. Is we cannot test write the test case for that feature. Okay. So this is like a same process. We can will download the AL packages from the Visual Studio Code or using Visual Studio Code from the business center application. Okay, once the packages are downloaded, we can develop the test case by using the downloaded packages. So one more main point is like test case or development, everything is written as code unit. And this code unit ID ranges with some value and it should be maintained within that. Okay, we can write test code unit and it can be specified as test code unit. Code unit is like a block of code. So it can be either development code or it can be a testing code. So we have to segregate and we have to specify it as a test code by just like giving one category subtype test. I will explain everything in the practical walkthrough. I'm just giving information here. And inside that we can type the test methods and in the test code unit, and this test methods can be like a test method, handler method, and normal method. And once the test cases are developed, it should be published to the sandbox environment where the test suite can be created. Okay, for example, I've created 100 test cases. I will publish to the sandbox environment. And in the sandbox environment, in AL test tool, you can create a regression suits or a smoke suit, or you can create a suits. And what are all the test cases you needed can be preloaded over there in the suits. So whenever there is a requirement of running a test, you can just directly run the test suite that you have already prepared. Coming to the last phase of unit testing is test execution. So it is done using AI test. This tool provides test under configuration. So this is like one of the best features available provided by AI test tool. It's like it provides two configurations. That is like environment isolated and environment isolation disabled. Okay, so what is this? It's like so if you want to execute your test cases in sandbox environment, but you do not want to disturb the actual data that is present in the sandbox environment, like you are running, you are executing a test case like deleting a customer data, but you don't want the test data to be actually deleted here in this sandbox environment because you have to prepare the test data, right? So in this configuration, isolated code unit, and in that configuration, it will execute a test case. It will delete the customer data, but it will be performed in the separate instance, like a separate DB or like this. Okay, so your actual data will not be same process will be performed and the result will be shown, but it will not affect the actual data in the sandbox environment. Okay, so this helps you to again not need to again prepare the data each and every time you execute the test case. Okay, so in the second configuration, if you want to see the actual changes, if you delete the customer data, you want to see your actual changes, whether it's been deleted there or not. So if you want to see the actual changes, then you can refer to the isolation disabled option. So these are the two different configuration available in the test runner in AL test tool. So this is what unit testing with AL is, and let's move on to the UI testing using Playwright. Okay, we have chosen Playwright as a UI testing automation tool, and there are some reasons for that. As Playwright is an end-to-end open source automation tool supported by Microsoft, and Business Central has a future plan of integrating Playwright with it for generating automated testing. Okay. So once it is enabled, we can perform a set of actions, and Business Central will generate the Playwright test scripts for that set of actions. So as both the tools align together in future, Playwright is the right tool for business automation. So we are coming to our automation framework. Our source code is maintained in GitHub repository and all the changes will be updated. And our framework contains object repository, test data repository, test suite configuration, test runner, test connection, test classes, and test methods. So this is the complete setup of our framework. In object repository, all the objects are segregated as module wise or page wise so that each element can be identified. So each element can be identified and managed easily. The same applies for test data repository also. Every data is segregated as module wise or page wise. So if there is any change in the test data, we can change in one place and it can be reflected in all of the test cases. So this test data and objects are segregated, and we have handler for both test data repository and objects. So when I need to access the data for any one of the pages, I can use the data handler class, and I can use object handler class when I need to access any element of the page. And the test cases are also maintained model-wise for easy management. And all the test cases can be executed in three different ways. So it can be executed from your local machine, Docker, and CI/CD deployment. So in our practical walkthrough, I'll just show you how it can be executed in local machine. So I just don't want to go with go with all the information. So everything is the same. The result will be the same. So and for reporting, Microsoft provides so many default reports like HTML reporter, line reporter, dot reporter, and everything. And we also used Allure report for our test execution results. So this is what UI testing using Playwright is. And moving on to the next slide, practical walkthrough. Okay, so first I'll just give you what overview of business central application and followed by unit testing, line testing. So I'll just share my screen here. Okay, so I'll just give you an overview of business central application. So, this is the landing page of the business central application. Here is the landing page of the business central application. Here, if you see this company's name will be displayed on the top left corner. So, Kronos Incorporation is like a demo company that's being provided by the Business Central with some amount of data inside. So, we can get an explore the Business Central functionalities and features available. So with this demo company, we can get a complete knowledge of Business Central, what's the application does and what we can make use of it like this. So, and if you see here, here it will just show you these navigations like so any field from this here in this navigation, you can navigate to any part of the application. And then we'll be having the shortcuts. We can customize the shortcuts, so this can be like a easy usage. And then if you see here in this activities, okay, here you can see it will give you a short demo to of what the application is capable of and what are the features that's available. And here you can show the interactive tiles. So here if you see, I have logged in as an sales professional, a sales or a process or something. So all the sales related activities and sales related fields will be displayed here in this interactive details. So if you see here, sales quotes open has been shown here. If you just click on this, I can see the sales quotes. Okay, what all the records. If you see the records, the number of records will match up to the number in the same active tiles. So, and what are the insights? Okay, so what are the insights that's related to the sales that's been happening in the company and what are the reports we can integrate Power BI report also here. So this page is also known as role center. So here, because this page totally changes how it looks and what all the functionalities it's been providing. Like everything changes based on the role you log. So if you see here, I will log in as a sales. I will show you as log in as a sales person. So all the here, all the shortcuts and all these navigations, everything is displayed related to the sales person. Okay. So if I'll try to log in as some, I will log in as a sales or a person. Or I will log in as an contact. Okay. Here, now I have logged in as an accountant. So all this navigations, the shortcuts. You see here this tour also. What are the tour documents? It's giving for accountants, like financial related activities, processes. So if you close it here also, there are like shortcut buttons that we can use. You see here in this activities and this interactive tiles and also in this insights. Yeah, all these insights and everything's changed to the financial data process. Before it was displaying sales related data. Now it's been showing finance related data. So it's like one of the best feature of India. So an accountant should be more focused on the financial related data. And so he should not be searching for financial related data every time we log. So whenever accountant login, all the financial related data will be displayed. Whenever salesperson login, so all sales related details will be displayed on their land. So this is known as role center. So you can navigate to any part of the application from here. So you have like different options for navigation. So if I just want to go to chart of accounts, I can just navigate from here. Chart of accounts, I can navigate from here. So and another thing is, like, if you want to go to any other things, like if you just want to go to vendors, I can click on this shortcut. And the next thing is like we also can navigate through intelligent search. Here it's like called as tell me. So here I will just check for customers. Just check for customers. So here it will display what are all the pages and aspects related to the customers and reports, and the next tab will be reports and analysis. Yeah. So related to the keyword that we have searched will be displayed. And also there is need like of any extension from the Microsoft app. Is there anything that related to these keywords if it is not available in the business center solution? So you can just integrate from the extension apps, right? So it will also show you whether any extensions available for your search. So I'll just click on that. So this is a customer scan. If you see here, this is like a layered application. So you see, before I was in some other page, and I'll just check for a customer, and I'll just click on that. So another layer has been opened. Okay, so it's like here I will just open it and I will just again for the task, and I'll just click on this. You see here, customer layer goes below and vendor layer comes on the top. So this is like a layered application. So I'll just click on this. Yeah, I'll just go to customer tab. So it's like a layered application. And also this application. So you can navigate to any part of the application. And if you need to go to the role center, you can just click on this company logo, company icon, and it will just take you directly to the role center. Yeah. So in this everything is like customizable. So these shortcuts and the application how it looks can be customized by our own. This application here itself that extending and developing the application is different. So we are customizing our application here. So customization is allowed here in Business Center. Let me show you an example. Yeah. So this is like a vendor task, right? So vendor page. So here I just want to make some changes. Right? So I'll do on some basic examples. Okay. So basic customization. So personalize. It's like, from settings, I can choose personalization. So it will allow me to personalize the application as per my need. So I just don't want to see this remote. It's a location tool. So I just click on remote. Okay. So location tool will remove. And also I don't want to see this phone number. So I just remove. So instead of this, I just want to add some other information, some other fields that related to this, which is more important for me. So that can be added here. So click on field. So what are all the fields that is available that's provided by Business Central already will be displayed here. So you can add it over here. I'll just add a payment terms code here. Before payment terms I'll add. Yeah. before payment term, I will add the payment terms code. Okay. So I'll just so, so when I come here to this vendor page, you can see that location code and phone number has been removed and payment terms code has been added here, right? Payment terms code has been added here. So this is how you can customize as personalize as per your account. So one of the main things here, like it is personalized for my account. Okay? So not for the actual business center application. So whenever I log in from using my credentials, my login, I can see these changes. But I will not be able to, any other user will not be able to see those changes. I can log in from any device, it's like irrespective of any device. If I log in from my profile, then I can see these changes. So here we can see these changes here, right? So the same I'll explain. I'll already explain that all these changes, development, testing, everything will be done in the sandbox environment, right? So this is our sandbox environment. You see here, this is the test environment. There is a name that I will provide for the sandbox environment. So if you see here, there is a production environment also. I have made a changes here, but this will not be reflected there in the production environment, even though I log in from my account. So, which to the production environment. The same production environment will be loaded with my credentials only. The same is done from now I'll just it doesn't. If you see here, I've deleted location code and phone number there, and I've added payment terms code thing, right? You see here, no changes in the reflected here. So this is the different production moment and sandbox environment. So I'll just here I'll show from admin center. Okay. So here if you see here what are all the types of environments available for application has been shown here. Production environment and test environment. It's like a sandbox environment with the name of test environment. So if you just wanna create a new sandbox environment, you can just click on a new button here and it will provide with the option of what's the name that needs to be mentioned and which environment should it make a copy of. So once you provide it and click on create, it will just create a new one. So we see here, only one production environment is allowed, and sandbox environment will can just give a name here and what is the region, what type of version. Once you create option, it will ask which environment you should copy from, whether from production environment or test environment. You should provide those data and you can create a new sandbox environment. You can see here operations, like what all the operations. I've created a sandbox environment in the last 7 days so that it will show in here. And the capacity, it's like a, you see here, if you remember, I was told that 3 sandbox environment is allowed. Okay. So there is build shown. I've already created one and only 2 is available. And data is like coming to database, only 80 GB of data is allowed for this specific application. More than that, if it's beyond that, we have to pay separately for that. So this is with admin. So like high level overview of business central application. So I'll just move on to the unit testing using this. Okay, so for that we need a business Visual Studio Code. So I'll show you what how it can be done. Yeah. So I'll just open a new window. This window. So first thing that we have to do here is like extension. We have to download AL language extension. So this is the AL language extension that we need to download in Visual Studio Codes. What I do is like I will provide us with us certain commands which enables you to communicate with the actual Business Central application. So if you want to download the source code from the Business Central application and you want to publish your extension to the Business Central application, it is done through these extensions and the command provided by these extensions. Okay. So I'll just it is already been installed in my machine. So I'll just directly go and do what should be done. So I'll just open this command line, clicking Control Shift P, and this is the first command that we have to provide. AL go. It's like getting started with this AL. Let's open terminal. AL go. It will ask for the which folder it should be placed. I'll just give AL demo. AL demo. And it will ask for the version. So this is the latest version that is available. 10 platform available, Business Central 2002 release. So I'll just select this. So it will just download the basic files that's necessary for connecting with the Business Central application, and it will ask for Microsoft Cloud Sandbox or your own server. So this is the difference. Like it is for a cloud Business Central and it's for an on-premises Business Central application. So I'm going to choose online Microsoft Cloud Sandbox. Yeah, now you see here, it will provided me with three different files. One is launch.json and one is app.json and hello world.air. So launch.json is like provided. It contains some information that needs the Visual Studio Code to connect with your actual Business Central application. So this is like a basic structure that's been provided by AL. But if you want to connect to your application, right, you should provide details that is specific to your application that will help to connect with your actual Business Central application. So these details should be provided here. I'll show you what all information should be provided. And in app.json, you are publishing your extension as an app, right? So your app related details should be given here. So this is the ID it's provided by uh, Business Central, and you cannot change it. The name that we have set here and publisher name also you can change, and what all type of version also you can change. So as I'm already talked about code unit, and it should ranges from some ID, right? So this is this ID because we cannot randomly select any IDs because these IDs all the objects in the Business Central application will be assigned with some ID. So with this ID that we are randomly selecting and we are providing means it will just provide with other object ID. So that's a problem. So I will just show you how to perform this. So first phase is, if you're seeing the slide, the first phase is downloading AI packages, right? So for that, we have to provide our sandbox environment details. So environment type is sandbox. So environment name. So our environment name is test environment, right? I will provide it here. One more thing that we have to do is tenant. This tenant is like a unique ID assigned to our application. So this is how we can connect with our actual application. You can get it here from. So this is our tenant. This is our tenant ID. So we should put it here. And the next thing that we have to do is like here AL package not found error is missing. So we'll have again open the command line and we have to do this command AL download symbols. So it will authenticate with my user ID. So I have already logged in and connected with my user ID. So it will not ask for it again. So if you are doing it as like for first time, it will ask for your credential. Like not a big deal. Just have to provide your information, credentials, and you have to log in. So these symbols have been downloaded. Like once the symbols have been downloaded, here all the errors have been clear. Okay, because here in this AL packages, what are the base application is all So all these application extensions are developed as .app only. So all the AL packages is download here. So and this hello world.al is like some sample code that's been provided by Business Central AL. So I'll just delete this. It's like not doing that. So in this app.json, so okay, so base code of the application has been downloaded here in this AL package. So I've already written some test cases. I'll just try to put it. See here in this customer and vendor flow, this test code unit is like not throwing any errors because all these functionalities are directly related to this base application. But here in this table validation.al, here we have already developed an table. Here if you go to AL development. Here I have developed a new table and I have published to the application. So this doesn't come with the actual base application. So if I'm going to write a test case for that, I need to download that app extension also. So I'll show you here what the extension is. Here AL developer. So here I have published this and I have to develop this and I have to download this dependency. Okay, so then only I can write test cases for that. I'll just show you. So first I'll show you what the table that I've developed and we used here in this view. The customer homologation table. Yeah, this table doesn't come along with the business central application itself. Okay, so this is like a kind of our own development. It's like we developed it as an extension and published it as an app to this business central application. Here in this AL development, whatever I've shown you, right? So this is like an additional extension that this is AL. If I no need of this customer homologation table, I just want to remove that extension. I want to take it back. Then I can just click on uninstall. If I just click on uninstall and if I check again for this customer homologation, it will not be available. So once you again install it back, all the data will be again get back. Okay, so that's not a problem. If you just no need it more, you can just uninstall and unpublish. So it can be removed. This is how we need to publish our test case. Okay, so I have to download this app as dependency, right? So I will show you how to do that. I've already done that, but I'll just show you and gist of how it should be done. In this app.json, there is like some field called dependencies. Here I have to mention what is the dependency that I have to download. Here I go to this real development. It has some app ID, publisher, and the name. Everything we have given here. That same ID. See here this ID, this publisher name, and this. Okay. So once I give this, and I have to run this command again. Save this and I will run this command again. AL downloads plus. See here, now this app has been downloaded. Yeah, before there's only the base application has been provided. Once I've added the dependency and I download. Now this app was also downloaded along with it. So it is downloading now. Okay, now the symbols have been downloaded. Okay. Now the symbols have been downloaded. And now we can publish this application. Yeah, we can just publish this application. So how we can do that is like a control shift key, and this is the command that we use. AL publish with a key. Yeah. So the problem here is like I've already published an application with this same code units. So 50141 and 50142. Okay, so I've already given the same code units I've already used. So as I already said, it's like a code unit ranges, right? So this is the range. So we cannot repeat the same thing. So I've already published, so I'll just show you the same thing. I'll just try to execute the same thing. So here I'll just create a new I just created a new test suite. It's like my new test suite, and I just want to get the test code units, right? So I'll just click here, get test code units. And this is the test code units that I have to select. 50141. Also, I need 50142. So now both these test cases have been given here. So now I need to run those test cases, right? So this is how I can run this selected test. Here, sorry, I just selected this alone. So it is executed. Okay. So now I select this. So now it's showing some error message. So there's like some error on creating the customer obligation record. Okay, so this is how it's been done. So one more thing is like I'll just explain you. So I've already mentioned about what is like there is like two environment out there. This is test under isolated pool unit, isolation disabled. So here you will not be able to see the changes in your actual environment. Here you will be able to see the changes in the actual environment. I'll show you how it's done. This I'll just run this to two test cases, customer creation and vendor creation. Okay. So if you see, I'll just run this test. Okay. Issues with this test, so I'll just go on with the test with the bad. So this customer vendor has been created here, but you will not be able to see the changes. I can run this test as many times as possible. So because even though customer has been already been created, that it is executing in the mirror environment. So it will not, it will able to execute it again and again. So now I will just try to change it to this isolation disable. So the actual action will be done in your sandbox environment. I'll just try to run this test case as well. vendors will be created here. So here V0040 test vendor has been created here. So I'll just try to run the test case again. Now it should throw error message. So this. See here it is showing me a message. Vendor 400 already has a contact business relation. Yeah, so it will not be able to create this. But you can do the same in this other configuration because it doesn't directly involve in the sandbox environment. It will execute in the mirror database. So this is how we can execute our automation test cases using AL test tool, and this is how this results can be seen here. If there is like any error messages, it will be shown here. Okay, so this is unit testing using AI. Moving on to UA testing using Playwright. I'll just show you framework here. So this is our framework. So coming on to the first, I'll just show you the object repository. So here, all the objects related to this automations, like for login, we need an email field, password field, submit field. So these types of fields are shown here, are been placed here. And as I already said, it's like segregated as page wise or module wise, right? So here I have segregated pages, customer page, all the web elements related to customer page has been displayed here. So it's located here, and the customer obligation basis storage, and some of the elements will be common throughout the application. So those kind of objects and elements are stored here. Okay. So this is how our locator object repository has been maintained, and the same way tested also has been maintained. You see here for creating a customer, we just need some data, right? We just some data that is segregated here. And for customer obligation, this data, and for login page, username and password, or everything's been stored. So for this, if whenever I need to use any data, I can use this helper class, data helper class. And if I need to use any of the locator, I can use locator. If you see here, I will just written a method for login. I'll show you how we have used locator handler and data handler. See here, this is a login function. So this here I have created a data handler, okay, a data handler test object, data handler object by using this login page. From which page I have to get the data? I have to get the data from login page. I'll just provide that. And for locator also, from which page I have to get this locator from login page. I'll just provide it here and I've created this object. This test data, and this first I have to provide an email ID in this email ID field. So first I have to find this email ID field, right? Using this locator finder object, I'll just call this element. Okay, which element I need int. So I'll just provide it here. And calling the data handler, it will provide a data set. From the data set, I need user name. So I'll just provide it. So this is how we make use of data handler and locator handler. So moving on to the test case. So this is our test case. You see here in this, we have having like some test cases that is like related to creating a customer and customer obligation related data. Okay. So here, how it is being maintained here. So it's like I have created data for a test case for customer obligation. So if you need for any other vendor creation, we can just create the same file like this. So this test case also can be maintained module wise. So I'll just try to and configuration. So before executing, I'll just show you the configuration, which kind of browser it should be run, and screenshot should be present or not, and it should be start maximized, and what kind of report it is. For this execution, we generate two types of report, HTML report and other report. So I'll just show you execute and show you this. So this is the command that we use to run this player. npx playwright. We'll just log into your business application. So customer has been created and now it's navigating to the customer operation table to. So in this customer operation, we are checking some scenarios like valid, invalid scenarios like valid customer, invalid item code. So four kind of scenarios that will come in. So once this is done, it will come to the, if you see here, before each and every test case, it will come to the role center page. So after role center, it will just move on to the customer operation table and reference action. Or the test case, it's built one by one. So it will come to the role center page. In case if the test case fails, it will again start from the login. So if it not fails, it will just again begin from the role center. So it saves us a lot of time, the login time for each and every test case. Test execution later. Let's open the HTML report. First, I'll show the HTML. So this is how the HTML report will be shown. I actually have executed 5 test cases. So all the 5 test cases will be shown here, and I can just click on this creating customer test case. It will show what all the steps that's been followed. Okay, so these are the steps and its operations that will be shown here. And finally, I have just given screenshot option as okay. So complete after completing the test case, we'll take a screenshot. If in case test case will fail in the middle of the, if it is failed in the middle, so it will take a screenshot of the failure. So this HTML report, and I'll show you a little report. So this is the annual report of the execution that we have done. Okay, so it's like showing the failure as failure also because it will show you the actual. I've already executed once and generated result with audio. So it is showing like an average of before already executed and two executions. So that's what it's showing. So this is how audio report will see. See here 5, 6, 7, 8 is like whatever that we have executed. It's like it's also same like HTML report that we show here. So it's like for tracing purposes, we just want to give a total average of the executions. We can use Gowtham. So this is the overall presentation of Microsoft Dynamics Business Central Automation. So do you guys have any questions?
Thank you, Gautam. Was a good one. Like, no, please let you guys know, like, if you have any specific questions, please let us know in the chat. Or you can reach out to Gautam or myself for offline communication. I appreciate you joining the session. I thank you all. Bye, guys.
Thank you all for joining. Thank you.
Thank you.